I'm on the who's going to care about Nebraska side of TikTok, or does anybody care about Nebraska? And I'm watching white people like respond to that white woman like Nebraska didn't care about Nebraska. Who did you think was going to be in those positions of the immigrants you're losing, blah blah? And they're missing the point. Nebraskans thought that was going to go back. Like they thought they had the early 1800s back. That's what you're not seeing. It's not like they didn't think about that. No, they knew, okay, we'll lose our immigrants, but we're going to get our slaves back. And that, my good friends, is the problem.
Hello guys, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. Now, some people in Nebraska really thought that after immigrants left, black folks would just go back to the fields like it's the 1865 all over again. Well, we need to talk about this. Aside from that, you also know that Nebraska farmers are in trouble. Well, after supporting policies that pushed out immigrant workers, they're now scrambling because suddenly they have nobody to work on their farms. But instead of taking responsibility, some of them are now asking, where are the black farmers? And y'all, the response is, let's just say it's been interesting. So today we're breaking down the Nebraska farm crisis, the entitlement some of these folks have, and why black farmers are not running to save them. Let's get into it.
Have you noticed that there's one group that has not made any noise or made videos complain about Trump's policies hurting them or their business? Black farmers. How many videos have you seen of black farmers, excuse me, making videos going, oh, I'm going to lose my farm because Trump cut off benefits. I'm going to lose my farm because the Department of Agriculture no longer gives me subsidy. How many videos have you seen of black farmers doing that? That's because black farmers have historically, till this day, been excluded from all government subsidies. So right now, every white farmer is learning how to survive the same way black farmers have been surviving. Like I said, what Trump was going to do was bring every white American down to the black American level.
And this is the part nobody wants to talk about. You see, while white farmers got government bailouts, subsidies, and all kind of financial assistance over the years, black farmers were out here struggling alone. No generational wealth, no federal help, no land grants. They had to grind from the ground up. So now that white farmers are losing their safety net, it's a crisis. But when black farmers went through it, nobody cared. So why should black farmers suddenly feel obligated to help now?
You know, I'm seeing all these videos right now where all these farmers are crying about not getting no help right now. You know what? Let me ask you something. When have you ever heard of a black farmer crying about it? Never. And you want to know why? Because they ain't never got no help in the first place. That's right. USDA's literally admitted to discriminating against black farmers. And literally black farmers had to sue, thousands of them, to get what white farmers are handed for free. And fast forward to today, all these farmers crying that they can't get no help. You see, black farmers, they've been struggling. Y'all just now feeling what they've been feeling for over 100 years. Black farmers, they used to own over 19 million acres of land. But guess what? Systematic racism, denied loans, shady politicians, and legal loopholes wiped them all out. Yeah. And now they're 1% of America's farmland. When the government finally tried to pass relief for the black folk back in 2021, white farmers sued to block it, claimed it was reverse discrimination. Make that make sense. So, you know, next time you see folks complaining about farm aid, why don't you ask them, where's the help for the black farmers? Ask them why their struggle is just now important when others have been suffering for centuries.
She's definitely spitting facts. Think about it. When black farmers needed lands, loans, or financial backing, where was that outcry? Where was the concern? But now, when white farmers are struggling, it's sudden a national emergency. And you see, these black farmers who are used to all these conditions, that's why you don't see them crying for help. They are used to it. Well, it looks like Nebraska is about to get a taste of that bootstraps lifestyle.
Dear Nebraska farmers, I have a question for you. So, you realize that you were employing your farms with undocumented workers, because there's no way that you didn't know that, right? You realize you're also breaking the law by doing so. But you then rail against those same undocumented workers that's doing the work and making you money so that they can be deported. And now you're crying and whining and trying to skin and grin to Donald Trump to stop him from deportations when you supported it overwhelmingly. It's kind of like the Venezuelans, right? When right before the election, they were like, I will vote for Donald Trump. Oh, 2 weeks later, he used us. How are y'all feeling right now? Bye.
So by now we've all heard that Nebraska is going to go bankrupt in about 2 months, 60 days, give or take. And Nebraska was a state that voted overwhelmingly for that guy. And now they're all crying and screaming because their workforce is gone. All the immigrants that were there doing whatever they did for them, gone. All these people jumping on TikTok, all over social media, complaining about how they're about to lose their farms because they don't have anybody to work the farms. My thing is, like, when the man told you he was going to deport the immigrants and y'all still voted for him, did you think he was joking? Because his hatred for immigrants and people of color and anybody who's not a wealthy white man was the first clue that the rest of us got that he was going to do what the hell he said he was going to do. Let's be real about it. He tried it and got blocked in 2016 because at that time there were people in places in the administration that prevented him from doing that. Well, now he done got rid of all those people who would have stopped him from doing this craziness. So all that's left are the people like them, like y'all, who voted for this. Why are we supposed to care? Why are we supposed to be like, oh, you are sorry and you regret your vote because you're about to lose your family farm and God knows what else? We all got drama that we got to deal with and live through. There are a lot of people worried every day about losing their jobs. People who have jobs that are 100% federally funded, who are worried every day that they get up if that's going to be the day that they go to work and they tell them, oh, we're done, you don't need to come back. So why should we care about you when we all got to be out here worried about our own self?
I'm just wondering, if y'all were so capable of running your farms without immigrant labor, why didn't you do it before? And if you didn't need help, why were those jobs filled by immigrants in the first place? But here's the real question. If Nebraska farmers are struggling this bad, where are all the folks who kept screaming, immigrants are stealing our jobs? Why aren't they lining up to take these farming positions? Where are the people who said we don't need them? Because right now, y'all are looking really desperate for help. Or probably you thought that after forcing immigrants out, black people will step in and take their place. Well, I guess by now you know that is not going to happen and you are on your own in this. So let's talk about it in the comments. Drop your thoughts below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.